welcome to my channel again. Um, so I apologize for being a little slow on producing videos here, but I'm back together and let's continue on with the lesson of learning coding basics with Python. Today we're going to learn about text data. Let's hit learn. And I encourage you, if you're watching this, definitely check out the website. I'll post a link in the description, and I encourage you to practice this as you're doing it. For ado, it starts with a large amount of information out there, consists of text. A piece of text data is called a string. So string is just a piece of a text data. All right, pretty straightforward. Strings in Python, they need to be surrounded by quotation marks. So every time we're dealing with text in Python programming languages, we need to put quotes. So we got our text here, Lord of the Rings, which is our string. And of course, when you put quotation marks right here, you get options. The order you click this will go from left to right. So if you go left, that's what's going to get submitted. If you don't know that right, so hit this, and it should be correct, and it is. Continue. All right, we use quotation marks to tell Python we're working with a piece of text data. Strings can be stored in variables. Of course, variables is where information is being stored, kind of like files storing in a folder on your computer or items in a shopping cart. If that makes sense, the variables is like that file folder or a shopping cart, if you will, as an analogy. All right, so we need to complete the line of code, the value Apple in the variable. And we got our options here of what to fill in. So we got company. This is going to be a variable, whereas this is what can get stored in. So we need a equal sign to make a connection. And then this already comes with quotation marks with apples, and this should be it. This should be the correct, and it is. Variable equal sign, show where to put the data in, and then strings, quotation marks. It's pretty straightforward. A variable is storing a string if the value is, it looks like we have to select the correct answer here. Bold format surrounded by quotation marks. Of course, when we're storing a string, quotation marks. You just said that earlier, and it's correct. In Python, both single and double quotes can use to define strings. It doesn't make a difference whether you choose a double or single quotation marks. That's actually a good thing to know. So it doesn't matter if you can do single or double. But the thing is, they need to match. So what are you going to use? They both need to match on both sides. So we got our variable month, and looks like the name of the month is April. We got single quotes here, so we need single quote on the other side. Check, and it's correct. All right, now a computer program is made of lines of code, right? Because programs is set instructions, so it makes sense, lines of code. You can add as many lines and variables to your code as you need to give the computer instructions. So we need to complete the code to create two variables. All right, first variable is going to be movie, and then we got our string, Jurassic Park, and I think it goes from top down, left to right, so we need equal sign here, and it does go that way. All right, and then last but not least, director, named Steven Spielberg. It's in quotation marks already, and we're going to check it, and it is both lines of code is correct. All right, so code in computer program is made of statements, and statements are instructions for a computer to follow. Real programs contain thousands of statements. So a statement is every instruction for a computer to follow. So if I'm not mistaken, these are each a statement. So we got a total of 2 statements. If I understand that correctly, let's see if I'm right and correct. So each line of code is a statement. All right. Okay, so we got the print function, print statement. It's easy ways to send a value to the screen. All right, so based on this code, what would be displayed on a screen? And if you don't know, we should have done this earlier. Let's launch PyCharm, which is free to download, by the way. You just want to download the community edition. All right. The cool thing about Sololearn is you can just copy code and paste it into your IDE, and you can practice doing code as you do the exercises, which I recommend. Looks like it's taking a minute. Watch it one more time. Oh, there we go. I'm just being impatient. Just one moment. All right. That's go ahead and that's hit copy. So we got the code. Now I already know the answer to this, right? Um, it should be Iceland. Before you check it, that just run it through IDE. We can just delete this. And then we want to paste it. And then we're going to hit here to run it. And it comes up the window, displayed Iceland. So there's no error, so it worked. So it is the correct answer, and it should be. And there you go. So that's just something, when you work with code, I recommend get yourself a free IDE in a safe virtual environment to practice your line code as you go through these exercises. All right, we're going to continue. All right, code background. Ready to write, run, and test real code. Tap to open the code playground. Then hit run. Give instructions to computer. Okay, looks like it's going to print to display this message. Welcome to the playground. So we're going to click to it. So we're going to do, okay. We can click to edit. Okay, is there anything we need to edit here? Let's see. Got both double quotations. We're printing. We hit run when our instructions are ready to be executed, like displaying the value on the screen. Okay, hit run. Okay, that's kind of just what I told you guys earlier. Same thing in the IDE environment when we did that earlier. Just hit play and it'll run. And then here's the output, similar to what you see in earlier when we did the Iceland for country. All right, let's continue. All right. So did you notice you can modify the code? Have some fun changing the code. Can you send different messages onto the screen? I guess we could. So that's what should we change this to? Um, Let me think here. I don't know. Let's just do most famous one, Hello World. Why not? Right? We got two codes, some brackets, and then we're going to hit run. And there we go. And you can practice with different text and all that. Let's do one without quotation marks. Do something a little fun. Let's do like basic math. Oh, let me do plus sign. And it should print the outcome on the screen. And there you go, 4. So you can do some basic math stuff, which is pretty cool. So you can play with it, have fun. All right, let's continue. Okay, now what's the instruction in this code giving to the computer? So we have variable country equal sign Iceland. So it's being, looks like it's being stored. It's not displaying because that's a print function. And if you're never not sure, that's copy the code, right? Open our IDE, and that's just paste it, and then let's hit run. And it should work. Then do print. Oh, country. Now, I believe variables you don't need to put quotation marks. See if I got that right. Iceland. There we go. We got it correct. So yep. When you just want to print a variable, you don't need to put quotation marks. Now variable values or with text strings that data can stored into a variable, you will need to put quotation marks. So cool. That works. So it should just create a variable. Check it. And we got it right. All right, so that is it of this lesson. It's pretty straightforward. I'll probably make another video moving forward and try and finish off this series of going through Python. If you have questions, please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Have a good one.